Gems have always been extremely valuable in Clash of Clans, but now they seem absolutely necessary as we need them for magic items, ores, and epic equipment. So in this video, I'm going to break down every single way that you can get gems in Clash of Clans, whether you're free to play or you're a gold pass buyer. Then I'm going to be explaining how many gems you can get every single week and talking about the methods you should be prioritizing for maximum gem efficiency. The first and probably the best known method to get gems is actually removing those annoying little obstacles that are around your base. But getting gems from these things is completely random and you can't math this out, right? No, you can actually figure this out, so let me go ahead and break this down for you. There's actually an obstacle removal cycle that's 20 obstacles long, and it rewards you with a fixed amount of gems every single time. On average, you get 2 gems every time you remove an obstacle. Now, if we have an obstacle spawn rate, we can put these two numbers together and then get an ideal number of gems per week, and luckily we do have that spawn rate. These obstacles spawn once every 8 hours in the game. So putting this all together, we get 40 gems for every 20 obstacles removed, and it takes 13 days, 8 hours for 20 obstacles to spawn. If we simplify the time period to 2 weeks, you get about 40 gems every 2 weeks, or about 20 gems per week. But there is a catch to this. If you have more than 45 obstacles in your base at a single time, you're actually not going to get any more spawns. Thus, you should be adamant about removing these obstacles to maximize your returns and the gems that you are getting. However, this gets even better. In fact, it gets twice as good because the exact same obstacle spawn rate and gem cycle also exists in the builder base. Thus, you can get a total of 40 gems per week if you remove obstacles consistently. But of course, this conversation would not be complete if we didn't mention the most popular obstacle, and that is the gem box. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I couldn't really find good evidence on how often this gem box generates. However, I've heard once a week before from other people, and that's what I've seen in my own experience, so I'm gonna go with once a week. That's 25 more gems, so that takes up our total to 65 gems per week, which is already not that bad. Moving on, we got a few more things that we need to go over. First and foremost, achievements. Now, without a doubt, this is going to be the #1 way for free-to-play players to get gems. In fact, this comes out to 19,142 gems in total. The thing is, there's no real way for us to break this down into gems per week because it's really inconsistent. That being said, if you guys do want to get these gems faster and you want to make sure that you're completing your achievements, I did make this guide right here for achievements. I'm going to be linking it at the end of the video anyway, so don't worry about that. We'll get to it then. Moving past achievements, we also have challenge levels. Now, you guys know what I'm talking about. We don't have any that are going on currently, but just think about your favorite YouTuber uploading a video talking about how to complete XYZ challenge really fast, and you'll get the idea. They usually give you a few gems, but it really doesn't have a standard on how many gems you get every time, so it's a little bit random, and therefore I'm not going to be counting these in the gems per week analysis. But if you do have these, or if they do come up, please make sure that you do them. Now, event wise, we also have clan games, which is luckily going on right now. Now, the clan games always have gem rewards, in particular a 20 gem reward and a 50 gem reward that I usually get. I usually do not recommend the 100 gem reward in the last tier because it usually doesn't even come close to the value that you get from the magic item, unless of course there is a rune in the last tier. Now, of course, you can max out your clan games and get the 100 gem reward as an extra reward, but I almost always get the runes anyway, unless of course you're maxed or you completely don't need elixir anymore, like I don't need on my main account. So if this is a situation like yours, then definitely go for that 100 gems. So 70 gems from clan games if you're not maxed, divided by 5 weeks for good measure, is 13 gems per week. So we're up to about 78 gems per week. Moving on, let's talk about magic items. Now, usually we're talking about how to get the most value out of your magic items time-wise and how to do this and that, but today we're not talking about the good ones. No, we're going to be discussing the ones that you should be selling. Selling some small and low utility magic items like the clock tower potion and pet potion will net you 10 gems. But let's look at the two primary ways that you're going to get these magic items. A lot of players will get magic items from the raid medal shop every single week and end up selling them for gems. However, I don't think this is efficient unless you meet a few criteria. You can avoid hero potions in my opinion if your heroes and pets are maxed. You can also avoid ores if you already have maxed sets of equipment and you have plenty of ores in the stock, but let's be real, most free-to-play players aren't even close to being there yet. Now, if you don't meet the criteria that I just mentioned, then you should be getting hero potions followed by ores with your raid medals first. And buying 3 hero potions, 2 packs of glowy ores, and 2 packs of starry ores costs 1700 raid medals. So no, you're not going to be getting those gems unless you're Sen GFR. Now, if if you are maxed and you have everything already, you can buy clock tower potions and training potions for 100 raid medals each and then sell them for 10 gems. So this is something you can do to get some extra gems on the side. But to address this situation once and for all, this is not efficient and I would not recommend it. And at the very least, you should just be balling out on ores with your raid medals anyway. That being said, we do always get magic items from the season pass. Now, free-to-play players will get 1 clock tower potion, 1 resource potion, 1 builder star jar, and 1 power potion. You can sell these for 40 gems per month or about 8 per week. Now, if you do have the gold pass, on top of everything I already mentioned, you're going to get 2 power potions, a pet potion, a shovel of obstacles, and then a rune of builder gold and builder elixir. So gold pass players can make 220 gems per month this way, and that's 44 gems per week. So no gold pass will get you 86 gems per week at this point, and with the gold pass you get 122 gems per week. Now, you'd be selling the runes of builder elixir and gold if you don't care about builder base, but I'll tell you a secret, you should be caring about builder base at least a little bit, because inside of it you have one of the best sources of gems for free-to-play players in the game. Now, the gem mine at max level can generate a whopping 5 gems per day. If you collect this every single day, you can generate 35 gems per week for absolutely free. I can't emphasize how big this is because this is a lot of gems over time. This brings the no gold pass up to 121 gems per week and the gold pass players up to 157 gems per week. Now, since this is a comprehensive guide, as it always is on the channel, I have to include a rather niche option for all of you, and that is by being a top 20 player in one of the top 3 clans in the world. Originally, I wasn't going to include this because I'd be surprised if anybody even watching this video were to get this reward at any point during their Clash of Clans lifetime, just because of the amount of players we have in Clash of Clans. But this gem reward is literally no joke. The top 20 players in the 3rd clan will get 750 gems each, the 2nd clan will get 1500 gems each, and the 1st clan will get 2500 gems each. Obviously, this won't be part of the weekly gems that we're counting, but I thought it would be a really interesting thing to include because I forget it all the time and you probably do too. Now, before we get into the final recommendations and numbers, I would just want to talk about this thing right here. This is a reusable Keurig K-Cup and it has big savings potential if you do use a Keurig at home. You can use literally whatever coffee you want. You just have to go ahead and put the coffee grinds in here and then, you just make your coffee, wash it, use it again. I also recently found out that Keurig is owned by JAB Holdings Company, which is actively funding the genocide right now, so I'm more than happy to go ahead and avoid buying some more K-Cups. And beyond that, this is just going to save you a ton of money. So if you guys do have a Keurig, consider getting one of these with the link on screen right now. They are not sponsoring me, so they haven't paid me at all to make this, but if you do use that link, I do make a little bit of affiliate income, so it does help support the content. So yeah, if you have a Keurig, do check one of these out and let me know what you guys think. All right, so with that out of the way, the final numbers are actually 121 gems per week for free to play and 157 gems per week for gold pass. But look, I mentioned a ton of stuff in this video and you're probably not remembering all of it. So if you want that 80-20 rule, here are the 3 things that you need to do to get the most gems. First of all, remove your obstacles as soon as possible. Second, keep an eye out for your weekly gem box. And last but not least, max your gem mine and collect from it every single day. Doing these will get you 83% of the gems that I was talking about previously anyways, so it's pretty efficient. But let's not forget that the #1 source of gems for free-to-play players will always be achievements. And if you want to have access to those gems faster for your account so that you can progress faster, then you should check out this video right here because it'll break down how to get every single achievement in an efficient way in the game.